How will the weather fare as the region wraps up harvest season? Here's Lydia with their Agri-weather outlook.
We can start taking a peek at what to expect for winter. Winter in the weather world officially starts on December 1st. We count seasons by every 3 months. So we try to look at December, January, and February all together. And with our La Nina setup that we've already talked about, and La Nina conditions that have already been observed with sea surface temperatures in the Pacific, it's likely that we have below average temperatures as we head into this winter, and slightly above average when it comes to precipitation, which of course in winter in our part of the world means snow. There are signals that you are more likely to have an active winter, a snowier winter the further west that you go on our map, and a little less likely as you travel further off to the southeast. Still, everyone here colored in green, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota, which means we are watching out for above average precipitation as we head into winter. It's just an early estimation. It's not gospel at this point by any means, but we can start looking at it and planning for it. I thought I would show you then what does average mean? Looking at the past 30 years and giving you your 30-year average, that's what we consider normal. 30 to 40 inches across South Dakota, southern Minnesota per winter, 40 to 50 inches as you travel further up to the north across northern, central North Dakota into northern Minnesota, kind of the blanket statement. So then when we remember that we're forecasting above average snowfall into this winter, I looked at the National Weather Services from Grand Forks to Bismarck to Sioux Falls, and these are kind of what they're saying for a forecast-wise. 50 to 60 inches Grand Forks, 50 to 70 inches in Bismarck. Again, that's where I just showed you those darker greens with above average snowfall expected into this winter, and about 40 to 50 inches further to the south through Sioux Falls. I don't have any big snowstorms in the forecast right now. And it is typical with La Nina winters that the first part of winter is a little quieter, and then we ramp up the activity as we head into January, February. And in our part of the world, winter, of course, lasts even into March and sometimes early April. Above average temperatures, average though this time of year is closer to about 40, 45 degrees. We look fairly dry here with maybe some minimal precip chances as we head into about the middle of November. With those above average temperatures, I am thinking that we hold off on any big snowstorms at this point. We still look above average here as we make our way into now getting closer to Thanksgiving. This map takes us to November 19th. We're watching for a ridge in the jet stream, which keeps us a little more mild, a little warmer, relatively speaking, for this time of year, and fairly drier. Now, as we work our way closer to Thanksgiving, there are signals that a little bit of a pattern change with the jet stream starting to drop down and some colder air working its way in too. With that comes the potential for some wet weather. We'll watch for that jet to drop down to the south, and that steers our low pressure systems, which are snow makers. So some wetter weather as we make our way, this map taking us November 13th to the 19th, so getting close to that Thanksgiving time frame, where we'll have to watch out for not only turning colder, but the chance at snow. And then, of course, we'll watch for any travel impacts.